And for you who are new to this channel and watching this, this is my workspace, which I am sharing with my mom. So here's stuff, there is more stuff, and there is even more stuff there. And also here is a little teaser to things that will come. Also, everyone, this is the yearly tour of my storage slash workspace thing. If you're just gonna keep the focus here, come on, focus. Yeah, so now this is a barn, if you will. So here is where I have the bandsaw, which broke down in one of the builds, and also some shelves with stuff. And here is where I am spray painting things, so I can put things on these hooks and spray painting them, so they will, you know, dry. The paint will dry, and we have some power tools and some more heavy-duty tools for it. And look who is coming here from the snow, the little cat. Yes, yes. Now, one of the questions that will pop up almost every year, which will also be in this, I guess, it's where do I store all the things? And I do have this upper part of this, where I have shelves everywhere with these things. The light might be a little bit terrible, but you see, there we have the shark lying there, and there we have the split open head, and here we have the corpse, and things like that. And here we have last year's most requested build, the BFG 2000, or is it 9000 or whatever, giant things. So, in this corner here, if it is, you know, oh, look what we have here. It's the laser rifle from Fallout. So basically I have this little corner here with all the Fallout stuff in it. Sorry for the terrible light, but you see there's the T51. And this is the room with materials. There's the cat again. So here we have all the foam mats, all different bottles and different boxes with different plastic food items in, and all the junk. So it's always very well sorted, kind of, at the moment, because I'm trying to build new stuff of this. This is my pipe shelves. I filmed all of this to make a video on it, but I didn't think it was interesting enough. And here is more pipes. And here is the gun collection for prop guns. And this is a whole 3D printed dog skeleton for when you need this. And this is actually real skeleton parts, which I have found in the forest when I have been out walking. So, Toy Box Studios asked, how did you start making movies and props? That was a very, very good question indeed, which I will tell again. That when I was 8 years old, my mom gave me H.R. Geiger's book, because I looked at an alien and said, "What's that, mommy?" And she said, "That's a monster from a movie." And my friend's nerdy mom said, "Oh, it's a artist named Geiger." So I got this from my mom, a book about H.R. Geiger and his art, which is a very weird thing to give an 8-year-old. But anyway, so I saw that, and I decided to, when I realized that everything was made out of old scraps, also Star Wars stuff is made by junk, so I said, oh, you can make this. I want to make movies, monsters in movies when I grow up, but then there was no work opportunities for this in Sweden, I realized, so I decided to start making my movies myself after I watched Bad Taste, and I realized that you can do these movies by yourself. So that's how I basically started. And then I come to the conclusion that why do I just don't film all the stuff I'm building, because I'm building stuff all the time anyway, with this YouTube channel. And also due to Indie Moogle stopped existing, and I tried to fill the role that Indie Moogle had. But now Indie Moogle seems to have been gone again, so quite interesting. I try to get hold of them, but they don't answer, so let's see about that. So, Emil asks, well, a few questions, but the first one is, what is the strangest things you ever built? That is a very, very good question. I hope I can get a picture of it here. It was a bird that had to be cut up, which is I made for a thing, and I was very happy to build it because I could not find materials of it, so I'm actually very pleased with the result due to I could not get hold of anything bird-like at all. So I basically built it out of a dinosaur skeleton and wax and actually leaves from flowers because I could not find feathers. I cannot really talk more about it than that at this point, but as soon as I can talk more about this, I will actually show that. But that was a very, very, very weird and very interesting thing to build due to I had to really stretch my building skills. He also asked, what is the most difficult things I have built, but it's more like difficult things to build. You know, I will say any mechanical things, anything with moving parts is usually a fucking pain to build. Like I making at the moment a puppet over there, which I hopefully will be a build video of, but it is so incredibly many moving parts and very complicated, and it usually fucks up a lot. So for anything you use that have moving parts, it's so much work goes into that it actually functioning. Like any car, I'm amazed they still fucking drive, because there has been several thousand hours just to make the door close properly. Like the head I built a few weeks ago for this channel, which the servos stopped working for some unknown reason, which I haven't figured out yet, so that is also one of the things. He also asked, what turned out completely different from what you have anticipated? Yeah, that's actually the Vogon Poetry music video part there, because when we were talking to the band members, then they wanted the really 70s, all Fallout looking costume stuff like that. But when I built them and I then sprayed them black first as a base coat, I realized that it didn't gonna work very well. But then I consulted them and said if we could make it this way instead, and it actually turned out a lot more interesting than if they just wanted to be grey and trying to look like Fallout. So that's why that turned out very, very differently, but it was in a very good, different direction in the middle of the whole thing. He also asked, what is the object that you were most satisfied with? And I must say that I don't think any one of you has watched this video, because it's all and stuff like that, but this is this box. Due to I used a lot of interesting technique, and I do love the back of it, and due to it's so irregular, and also it is very nice and good on the inside of it. It's from my movie Root of Darkness, but I'm very happy with this thing, because it has personality, and it turned out way better than I expected. He also asked what I would like to redo, and I must say it's the 10mm pistol, because from Fallout, because, well, the idea was good, but the execution wasn't really good, and when I made it, it was basically my pipe rifle video starting to getting so much traction. I was like, let's keep on going with the Fallout train here and make the 10mm pistol, and yeah, turns out terrible. So he also asked what I want to build in the future, and well, a lot of things, but one thing that I really would like to build, which I will try to find a reason to build, because it's going to be too big to just build because it's fun, and that is a big heavy diving suit thing that I wanted to build. Like, you're really getting in close and you have your arms like this. Well, it's like the spacesuits from Prometheus and Alien Covenant, even though the movies was quite terrible. Steven Chuyo, or could have, sorry, I'm gonna butcher everybody's name here, but fuck it. Would you eat a pancake filled with pickles? Let's try it. Tastes pretty good. He also asked, what's your favorite sleeping position? This one.
Well, as you all see, this is a bed here with pillows, and I have a very, very weird way to sleep.
Steven also asked, do you miss Stan Lee? No. Because I have no personal connection with this man, and I'm not really into Marvel that much, so I have not really... Well, he did great things, but I have no, like, personal connection to him, so I would not say that I miss him that much in that regard. Well, it's sad that he died, but also if you are in that... If you have passed 90 and you die, I think you should be granted a free death there, because you have lived a very, very long life. And I think his life was also very satisfying. Yes, I know it's a bit controversial to say that, but fuck it. Gigastom has some questions. Yes, what my favorite film of all time is, and I must say I do love a lot of films. I have a very big DVD and Blu-ray archive. If you have seen my episodes on DVD casing, but I must say that Die You Zombie Bastards is my favorite movie of all time, and I've seen it so many times. It's a fantastic cheap comedy that makes fun of a lot of things, and it has a lot of inappropriate jokes, and I just love that movie. Check it out, Die You Zombie Bastard. You know, what's my favorite prop from film? Well, I must say that I do love the Serum movies very, very much, and I also made the costume from the second movie, but they have so much crazy designs of everything, and it's... I think the art director for both Serum and Hakaider was an absolutely master of making beautiful, weird things that we never think about. Truly a fantastic inspiration for things. I was asked what my favorite prop from TV is, and that's a very difficult question, because I cannot really can't think about one, but I absolutely love Red Dwarf as a TV show. I've seen it many, many, many times, so yeah, maybe something from there. Because my favorite TV show of all time is actually Son of the Beach, made by Howard Stern. It's amazing. I also asked what's my favorite prop from games, and I must say there is a lot of things I want to do, but I don't think I have the time, or anyone would, like, you know, actually be interested in watching me making this. But I could, without any problem, if I had more time, like making all the weapons from the original Quake, and also from like Blood and all the other shooters which I grew up with that I liked in that way. So, but usually I usually make all the things I already like very much. So you probably have seen videos on it by this point. So I don't really have any particular favorite thing. There's so many good things in different ways, but that's a very boring answer, so I'm not gonna give you one. He also said, they did surgery on a grape. Yes, and sadly it failed. The grape is no longer alive. Sons of McCormack. Or McCormick. What's your favorite weapon from each of the Fallouts? Any favorite Nerf guns? Well, favorite Fallout weapons, I must say, is the Turbo Plasma upgraded from Fallout 1. Because if you play like me, to put everything into agility, or whatever it was that created lots of experience points back in that game, you put everything, so you get 12 experience points, or action points, and then you can shoot 2 times with a normal weapon and then reload, which will give you a super duper advantage in every situation in combat. However, when you get the Turbo Plasma, you can upgrade it so it only takes 3 shots, and it's super powerful, so you can fire it 4 times. That's fantastic. Well, I must say without question that my favorite Nerf gun is the Vulcan, because it's belt fed and it shoots things. And you see, I made 2 videos on that particular Nerf gun, and when I have modified it and made it very, very cool. So I must say that, yeah, that's my favorite. Otherwise, that's when it comes to functional and versatility, I must say it's the Strife, but that's everybody's favorite Nerf gun. Double-ended, or double-ended, whatever. He asked me, or she, anyway, which monster is your favorite? And what monster / props would you like to make in the future that you haven't done already? Oh god, that list will be long. I would say that all the... Like, I have already made Serum, which was difficult to do, and I'm so very proud of that, and also I've seen maybe 1 half-finished costume that someone made from that. But that's a brilliantly designed monster in someone wants me something. In many ways, and also there is a lot of other Japanese monster things that I would absolutely dedicate a whole series on making, but time on that. Like, you have this this movie which is called Matango, which is basically mushrooms people. It looks like very, very, very interesting. And also like the Thing monsters from The Thing, and I could go on forever. I do like that. It's very hard to narrow what my favorite thing is. But, Stoker asks, by the way, watch his channel and his streams, they are fantastic. It is a marathon of insults, it's amazing. Anyway, he is wondering, what are my thoughts on Josef Fritzl? Let me show you.
He's very, very, very good at doing these kinds of stuff.
Yasin Chiupi, hope that's right. What's your favorite movie and your least favorite movie? Well, the one I've asked for is Daiju Zombie Bosses. My least favorite movies, oh god, I could do a very long list of that. Also with my favorite movies. But, I don't know. It's a lot of shit movies. Fanged Meerkat asks the same question also. And Sweet Muffin Top asks me, what would you like for Christmas, little boy? Well, I would like to have the instant ability at being better at creating 3D objects for the 3D printer, because that could save me a lot of time and interesting things. Otherwise, I think I'm very happy, but I would also like to have some chocolate all the time because it's tasty. How Little asks, what's What's your favorite type of pizza? Well, it is basically any pizza. Because pizzas taste really darn good. Edgelord Supreme. Edgelord Supreme. Not related much to the channel, but what music are you into? That is a very good question, my good man. Or woman. Anyway, I do like a lot of very different music stuff. So, but I have a very, very soft spot for terrible half electro EDM music stuff like Basshunter from like early 2000s. I know it's terrible, but that's what I do like to listen to a lot. That, and I'm also listening to black metal a lot. So you see, you have very commercial pop and black metal. You see, it's a big spectrum there. Nicolat 1939. Can you build a dragon from Fallout 76? I hate the game, but damn, it's a cool weapon. That is a very good suggestion. And by the way, give me more suggestions because I lost my old note of suggestions. So keep them coming, please. Geek DIY have a very similar question if I'm going to make any Fallout 76 weapons. And yes, there will be some of them made, yes. That guy Liam, what is your favorite game and why? Well, good question. I would say that the best games I have played this year, it's actually Into the Breach and Fallout 76. And I do love Fallout 76. I think it's a really fun time. I go over to my relative and we sit there and play it together, and I think it's very fun to play. Also, I'm a very easily entertained person and not very whiny, so I don't really complain about stuff so much. So I do have a fun time with Fallout 76, even though the disconnection problems and some bugs with which have been gradually sorted out. But we do have fun playing it. So yeah, Fallout 76. I think it's not the game of the year, because I haven't played all the games that has come out this year, but I have got a lot of time out of this because it's very fun, but also Into the Breach I also spent lots of hours into that game, which is something I would like to make stuff from, but it's that will probably happen sometimes. I hope I could find some better pictures than the pixelated things, but that haven't stopped me before with making the original BFG Doom gun. But overall, my favorite video game of all time, I guess it is the original Fallout, due to I learned English and I thought it was so much fun, and I go back and playing it occasionally, and I think that is the best review for a video game. That how many times would you like to replay this? So, Lassi Travianen, whatever. How did you learn to create props, and what drives the motivations to make them? Well, motivation at this moment is extremely low because it's dark all the time in Swedish in winter, and also after I got my day job, it haven't really got much making of it. But then again, I'm more motivated now than when I was unemployed and make a build every week, because it wasn't really fun after a while. So the motivation is get stuff done and stuff like that, but that's why I'm not uploading as much now, because now when I want to make something, I want to make it, and it should be fun to make. So that's a little bit. They have talked a lot about it on like different YouTube channels about the stress of creativity and stuff like that. And of course, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in every work you do, that you're gonna lose motivation for things. It's a very natural things to happen. So that's why when I have stuff now, I will put them up and so on. But also, I have now made so much stuff every week that I'm starting to run out of things to do. So if you're gonna leave something that absolutely is going to get done for me, that if you leave a suggestion that is absolutely leaving my comfort zone, because that's what I now think is the most fun thing to build. So that's a good tip for you. Be a little bit creative on that. And to end all this, I have to thank everybody for their very, very nice, good questions. I will not make a most requested video this end of the year, because I made that was the AK-47 gun from Fallout New Vegas, but we will see if there will be anything more of this year. But unless that doesn't happen, Happy New Year. See you next year. Bye.